we're going fast forward. And all I'll do is I'll just repeat that we're going to wait until we get the questions and answers from Michael regarding the pay plan, and then we can do a slot on that, including income projections and stuff like that. But for tonight, once my little slide opens, let's get my slide open. Seems to be wanting to take its time tonight, but I'm sure you'll see it in a wee minute. You know my technology, it never likes to make it easy for me. Right, I've put the suitcase door to door. You might be wondering, Steve's got that look on his face, a quizzical look. Why have I put the suitcase door to door? Tonight, what I'm going to be covering is just the different ways. There are so many ways that we can retail the profit. And short term, especially in Viva MK, that retail profit in the early stages, one, because we can earn it pretty easily from the different methods, as in we can get the turnover, but two, because it's sitting at a percentage of 35%. So new people coming in the door really can capitalize on the income that is available. Now, many years ago, this industry was built on how, you know, retailing with that old suitcase. In 1975, they introduced the catalogue, and it did transform the business. But I want to go fast forward. That's as much about the past as what I want to talk about. The only reason I did want to talk about the past is because just to let you see how good the business is now. And when I said I really want interaction here, hopefully we'll get more and more bodies coming online as the training develops. That usually happens. People come on a few minutes late. But just many ways to retail the products. And let's really look into this if you wanted your new person to really capitalize on that retail income that's available. And even now, we're still only 1 week in to the official first month, but as you know, it starts on the 16th, but we've still got 3 weeks as well to get a great income story that's going to carry you forward in the business. So we've got Facebook and social media. It's brand new in networking terms. I mean, networking is an old industry, and the online side of it, in my opinion, has revolutionized the business. You've got products there that we can get fantastic results door to door, and we're going to ask for people to share some stories in a moment on each of them. Friends and family, we always speak to friends and family, but we are putting more focus on getting orders as well as asking them if they're interested in an opportunity. The catalogues, the very reason I would say 90% of us are in Viva MK today is because of that catalogue customer, the relationship we have door to door, the phenomenal results we get for building a customer base, and the 35% profit that accrues. But the two at the end here are probably the newest ones to us, the product demonstrations. Now you can see I've put there online and doorstep. Now, in our old industry, we would pick an exciting, light it up or dancing, all singing and dancing product to demonstrate at the doors. But I'm going to talk how we can develop that. It was Tracy Hansen, I don't know if she's online tonight, regularly does doorstep presentations, and it's nothing complicated. I'm going to cover that tonight. And of course, one area that I don't think's been tapped into at all, the way it could be, is the online parties. Now, she's not feeling very well tonight, Louise Rennick, but Louise did have an online party last night, and she got sales of £268 for probably about half an hour on a Facebook party. Just as well, I postponed the webinar tonight, and it's sadly she's not feeling well. If she's feeling better, she might have popped on. It's duplicating. I've passed the bug on, even though I've sent it virally. Let's hope it is the cat. So let's take them one at a time. And this is where I'm going to stop the share. And I really should have done this the other way about. I should have done the catalogue first, because first and foremost, I'm not going to say, by the way, that I believe that the catalogue is the best way to sell the products. The best way to sell the products is what suits you, your lifestyle, and the income that you require. And if you're looking for it generate, especially for your new distributors in the early stages and yourself while you're growing your team, if you're looking to generate a decent income, we really need to tap into all the rods in the pond. So I'm going to start off and I'm putting across to you, has anybody got any Facebook success stories? Now, if you don't speak to me, I'll pick on you, because I do know you have. But even if that's your first product, Janet, I'll start with you. I think you got your first products on Facebook the other day. And then we're not talking about thousands, but just give us a brief testimonial, how you did it and how you felt, and about the fact that it works.
Right, well, I was going to say, I watched your videos while we was on holiday in Norfolk, and I dabbled a little bit in putting some products in our group, and on a few posts to sort of like the local area. A Marketplace got me a doorbell sale for £25, which the guy then tried to cancel because I hadn't got my delivery on the day that I thought I was going to get it, because my son decided to go out. He cancelled the order, and I said, "Oh, I'm really sorry about that. I was actually on my way to you." And he said, "Oh, all right then, come." So I did actually manage to get rid of it.
I think if you didn't establish it, it just been grumpy drawers.
Yeah. And I was going to say, the other one was one of the duvet sets, the black and white one. One of our friends in Hull had seen it on our group, and that was a king size duvet, so that was another £25. So within half an hour, we actually had £50 worth of sales, and that was only me kind of messing about and playing with it.
And I might have got some fairy lights today.
Hey! Thank you, so go see them. Absolutely love it.
It's only posted one product.
I've only posted one.
It's so exciting. I'm just going to quickly mute you for a minute there. But it's so exciting when you first start to do it and you actually see it does work. But I do know for a fact that Janet and Steve were actually on holiday last week. I sent them the videos not online so they could watch them because the signal was rubbish. So they really were just playing around with it. And again, I know other people, and if I don't get volunteers, then I'll just pick on people.
Lynn, it's Jackie. Hi, not for myself, but for Jenna, that's actually on the webinar tonight, and I see she's probably got a cup of tea in her hand there. Jenna's had some fantastic sponsoring responses through Facebook. And
well, can we come to that? I've got that further on.
Excellent. Hold fire, Jenna.
Brilliant, Jackie. We are coming to that. Really appreciate it. Now we're going for the online sales, and I'm going to pick on David Houston because you had the batch and the story on the Facebook group. You knew my arrow was going towards you. If you don't volunteer, I know who you are. A few of you anyway. The rest of you.
I expected that. Well, actually, just the day before yesterday, I done £98 online. Just through local groups. I stick to the Edinburgh area because it's easier for me to offer a free delivery, which I think brings in quite a lot of sales. But was it last week? I'm sure it was last week. I done £128 in orders. That was through posting on Facebook as well as posting through emails to people that I thought would purchase items from me.
Ooh, let's talk about that a wee bit further then.
Well, it was just something that I thought about. because I had customers previously that I hadn't been in touch with since you know what, I thought it'd be good to let them know through email that we did have products. So I thought it'd be a good way just to suggest to them to have a look, and that I've gotten some sales.
Fantastic. It just shows you that the problem is that sometimes it can be too easy to just sell it. We found that years ago with the catalogues. It was so easy just to pop the catalogues through a letterbox, go back, get an order that we didn't really capitalise on, for example, friends and family, which we are now. But that's a brilliant story. Well done, David. And I know somebody else. Who else? Jane? There we go.
Can I ask David to elaborate on the type of products he was selling, please?
Sneaky, sneaky.
All right, I thought I was muted again there.
No, you are muted you when Jane asked the question. I'm good that way.
All right, well done. The sort of products that I was selling was the makeup rose brushes,
They're lovely.
the checked duvet sets. They're quite popular at the minute. What else was I selling? The light up candles. You get the 3 in the set.
Yeah, sparkle ones.
I've sold a few of them so far.
Excellent, David.
There's been a range. I don't think it really matters what you post. It just depends on who sees it at the time that you do your posting.
I agree with that totally, and it takes me back to when the very, very first training we did, it was just literally on the launch when Louise had sold £160 odd in products just for the Essentials catalogue at the time. So it doesn't matter. But thanks very much for that. Brilliant. Anybody else? I thought, Jeff, did you not have some online success stories? Where's Jeff Bell? Did you, Ursula? Well, Jeff's thinking about it. Unmute you. Unmute, yeah, you're unmuted.
Am I unmuted?
Go for it.
Okay, I had the week before last £114 order that I put through. From that, £80 of that was online sales.
Fantastic.
Then I had a week where I couldn't promote or sell any products because I was waiting for 3 people who delayed with paying for their orders. Yesterday, I put through an order for £187, all online.
All online.
All online. No catalogs in that. And I've got another £60 worth of orders waiting now that I'll put through tomorrow. And then I've also got one customer who's putting her order in when she finishes work this evening for £25, and another one who's placing her order for £25 next week, also all online. I've been concentrating mostly online at the moment.
Fantastic. Quick question. I mean, I know you're following the system because you've been following our system for a while, but just roughly what sort of activities are you, I mean, I agree with David. I don't think the product range matters. And I would be sticking to getting as many 35% products out there as possible to make the most money. But what sort of activities have you been doing on a daily basis?
I've increased my activity level over the last couple of weeks, just getting back to what our basics are. But I've been consistently posting on Marketplace, at least 6 products to 10 places. I don't do the second 10. Because I keep forgetting to go back to my laptop and do that.
So how many do you put in your group daily? And don't worry,
in my group daily,
high or low, it doesn't matter. If you get the
minimum of 6.
6 minimum, in your own group.
Between 6 and 12 products every day in the group. I was doing them at about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and I've switched that through to doing 6 in the morning now and 6 at night. But what also got a lot of interaction going was like Jane does, the what's in the box, presenting the products to them when they arrive. I've had over the last week and a half, I've had over 25 people join the group. So I'm now back to what I originally was before the whole disaster occurred, and I've managed to break 2,450 people. I've now almost on 2,460 customers in my online shop. and it's literally has just been commenting back on things. I'm
That's
getting a lot of
cool.
interaction on Marketplace, but I'm struggling a bit with sales on Marketplace. Most of my sales are coming from my group itself.
Really,
And from,
but I'll be honest with you, that is fantastic news, and maybe sometime soon, one of the trainings that will be coming up sometime soon, and Mary did one on our Saturday in Scotland, as the interaction, because ideally that's what we want. We want the groups to come, the sales to come to our own groups. The buy and sell groups is like blanket dropping to me,
Yeah.
and I know for me personally, and I've not been proactive selling short term, but I will go back to it. It worked for me in the buying and selling group. So it's back to, you know, getting a customer base. We'll take some tips and hints for you guys. And it's a brilliant result from such a small group, Ursula.
Before I disappear, what I've also found brings in quite a few customers into my online group is I'm part of the South African Mothers in the UK group. And every now and then, one of them will pop in a thing that they've got once a week. They've got a post that you can post your links to your groups and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That brings in quite a lot of people, and also just random things like somebody's like, "Oh, does anybody know what to do with spiders?" And then I'll go, "Oh, I sell a spider repellent. Why don't you pop over to my group and have a look?" And I'll always get 2 or 3 people that join in from that. So I just keep an eye on people's conversations in general.
Yeah.
And I managed to get a couple of customers that way too.
Excellent. Well done. And it keeps interaction going for your footprint. Absolutely brilliant. Give it a clap, even though it's a virtual one. That is brilliant. Anybody else? Jeff, have you sold online? Jeff,
A bit.
have you sold online?
Yeah, a Christmas tree skirt, window stickers, Christmas carol card holder pegs, and carpet cleaner.
And that was your first online sales, wasn't it?
Yeah. This is from an ex-customer. So she obviously recognised us and has come back to us. So that's quite good. And she's now going to look through the Christmas catalogue and the beauty catalogue. But I haven't been putting enough things online this week. So I've fallen away. So I need to get my act together.
Right, well that's a good point, and thanks very much for sharing that. Well done, Jeff. But what I will say is the one thing you recognise is just exactly the same as the door-to-door with the catalogues. It is consistency that gets the results. And that's when I find that you will definitely get results. And if you target something, like my target when I did it was actually £100 a day. But I would say target just one duvet cover or £50 worth of products a day. Don't put a massive target on it, just do a consistent plan. Thanks for that. Any more success stories from the online before we move on to the next one? I know there's people that's been successfully doing it for a while, but we're specifically talking about Viva MK. So we'll go back to the presentation. We'll visual aid just to see where we're at now. The next one that we're working better than what we did before is the friends and family. Now, these success stories are going to come from our new people if we teach them right. Has anybody been working? I don't know if in this small group if there'll be any success stories for the new team members getting some sales there. Don't worry, I'm not expecting them, but you do know I'm expecting them now for the next time I ask that question. Because a lot of sales can come from, oops, what happened there? I ended the slideshow. Now we're going to go on to my slides. It's not saved them. Look, it's not saved them again. Look, not saved them, but don't worry, it's all testimonials anyway. The next thing I wanted to see, let's stop the share because it's back to that same old. PowerPoint, no saving my blooming training. I would like you to share some catalogue stories with me. Who wants to go first? And will I find that PowerPoint with the videos?
I'll kick it off. I've always got catalogue stories. I will say though, our catalogue base is only 3 years old. It's not an old customer base, so don't think I've been in Clean Easy a long time, so therefore I've got an old customer base. I don't have. It's relatively new in many ways. But we collected 42 catalogues this week, and we picked up £233 of orders, which I'm pleased about, really pleased.
It's excellent because we are looking at, I don't know how many products are in the catalogue. Somebody digital will tell me how many products we're looking at now. Mary's looking up the skies, so she's doing the maths there. But I don't know how many products are in the catalogue, but when we first started in the old industry, there was 800 products, and it's back to what David says. I mean, I'm not surprised that you're getting as good a result as that. I think the products are brilliant. There may not be so many, but we're getting great results. Thanks very much for that, Jane. Anybody else?
I think Mary's got some catalogue stories.
Mary, have you got a catalogue story? I know Janet has. Janet, don't worry, I'm not forgetting you, hen. I'm actually unmute you, but you're unmuting you at the same time.
I'm unmuted now, yeah.
You must be doing it, and I'm muting you. Go on, Mary, thanks very much.
Well, I went out yesterday and picked up 124 out of 178. I got £94 in orders, 6 orders, 4 of which were new customers. So
fantastic.
That's me. Yeah.
And what was the other
Mary, was that mostly blanket drop, Mary, or customers?
That was 95% blanket drop.
Fantastic.
That's what we want to hear. So, Mark, to say these stats again for me.
124 pickup, £94, 6 customers, and 4 were new customers.
That's brilliant. Well done, Mary. Well done. I love the blanket drop stories, only because we are working with a new catalogue, and we know our customers are loyal to us, but they're also, we know that the products are selling. Well done, Mary. That's brilliant. Jan, I'm going to pick on you because I know you've been doing your books.
I have. Last week I took out 400 catalogues over a 2-day period. I picked them up last Thursday. I got £615 worth of orders last Thursday. And on Monday I picked up £366, and on Tuesday I picked up a further £26.50. I've also got a lady, she used to order from me in Clean Easy, but I was going to say she lives in Trinidad, and she comes over to visit her daughter at least once a year, and she stays here for a few months, and she's actually ordered somewhere in the region of about £300-400 worth of stuff, and she gets a barrel to send back to Trinidad. She's actually flying back out to Trinidad on the 9th, and I was supposed to have been meeting her up with her today, but of course we're not in Luton today, so I've had to postpone things.
Hope she doesn't cancel like the doorbell because you're a day late.
Yes, well, she can't cancel her flight, unfortunately, but apparently she's got a friend that's going to be going over to Trinidad and sending a barrel over there. So I've actually got to take the stuff that she's ordering to her friend's house so that she can put it in the barrel to send to Trinidad. And when she goes over there, she's going to bring me back the money. And because she's been doing this for the last couple of years, I know I can trust her.
I love it. Letter in a bottle, products in a barrel. That's brilliant. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. And then, sorry, wait a minute, go, Steve.
Go on.
We're now called Steve and Janet International.
Steve and Janet International. And so, I hope that's all the way we go international just now. I just want to keep the UK and Ireland for the moment. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. Anybody else? Kevin, there we go. Jeff, Kevin as well. Get you next, Kevin. I think you had a wee story to share.
Went out with 61 books. £135 worth of orders. So not too bad at all on that one.
Blanket drop.
No, it's doorstep presented round villages.
That's round the villages. Brilliant. Well done.
I've just up the road. I haven't got many houses, so I'm selective.
But that happens when you're in these type of areas, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, within a 5 mile area, there's only 2 little tiny villages. So, but you get good responses from them. So,
that's it. That's it. Well done, Kevin. Jeff, I seen your hand up there.
Yeah, we went to some old customers there, some 5-6 years ago. They were customers, and we presented and just left the catalogue to about 20 houses, something like that. And we came back today with 3 orders to a total of £54. 3 new customers.
Brilliant, well done. Anybody else want to share a retail story before I move on? Mary, I was going to ask how you were doing over in Bonny Island, because I know that you get great catalogues. You love the catalogue.
This week I've picked up 31 out of 38 books so far, with €254 in orders.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Very pleased with that. Also, Paul, one of the team, Paul put out 100 books and ended up with €423 in orders.
Oh wow, was that customer based, Mary?
I think Paul's were customer based, not 100% certain. There's 10 orders in that for 423.
Oh, that's amazing. And him, it was yours customer base.
Customer base, yes. A very long-term customer base. Lovely to get 2 notes from people to say welcome back, hope things go well, and long chat with one very old, well, not old in age but old in terms, customer, just catching up, and she was thrilled to see us back.
That's brilliant, Mary. This is what I love about the business. It's our customers. Well done, Mary. Anybody else before we go on want to share? I know sometimes it's like dragging teeth. Right, with my presentation, as you all know, especially the guys that were there live on Saturdays, you all know I'm having severe problems with my PowerPoint. I do trainings. I save them with witnesses and then open them up 10 minutes later and they're not saved. So what I'm going to try and share, because what I want to move on to now is the product demonstration. So I'm going to try and share the screen and do it a different way, because I had them in my PowerPoint. Where's my share screen button? Disappeared to. Just going to give you a couple of examples. Hold on. Can you see that video? Let me just pause this. I need somebody to tell me if you are seeing that video.
You can see the right one, but there's no sound.
No sound. I know what's happened there. That's why, sorry, with the technology sometimes, let's just stop the share and start again. It's a very easy one. It's just a little button I press to share the computer sound. I just wanted to show you a couple of wee different examples. Where did the video disappear? Share computer sound. I want to share this. Tell me if you can see it. Yes? See it? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Is this extra thick Ovenmate oven liner. Now this is absolutely superb. Put it on the bottom of the oven and it keeps it perfectly clean. You can also bake on this. You can put this oven liner onto the shelf and bake a pizza on it, or any other things, pizza bread, anything like that. This one is extra strong, extra thick, PTFE, and it's 500 by 400 millimeters, which of course is about 19.5 by 15 3/4. Let's just drop that back in the box. Oh, that was £10, of course. It would be useful to know how much these things cost. We've also got another product by Ovenmate. This is glass and ceramic hob cleaner. That too.
don't want to show you the whole demonstration. It's just to give you some idea. Did you get any sales from that, Jeff? No? I've got another quick one to share with you. Just give me a minute because I have to do it slightly different when it's a video. I have to put the video on play first before I share. So it comes down. So we have to close Jeff's ones down and open up the next one. So it goes down the bottom of my screen. Come on, video up here. It's just buffering at the moment and deciding whether it wants to open or not. Technology. Come on, video. I'll be really annoyed if it doesn't open. Might not open. We're going to, if it doesn't open, Jane, it's your video, but I think you got some results. Would you like to share some results that you've been getting? You're unmuted. I did have Jane's video because Jane's done a couple now.
Yeah. Yes, I got
I will post the videos in the Rhino group.
The Wipeout stain remover. I got 3 orders for that from the video, and a king size duvet, a Sleep Easy because there was another couple came in, and if it's any consolation, Jeff, the Sleep Easy, one of the Wipeout stain removers, and there was another product which escapes me, didn't come in till about 3 or 4 days later. So yeah, it'll come.
Did you actually demonstrate the Wipeout in terms of doing something with it, or did you show the bottle and talk about it?
To be fair, Kate, it was a very bad demonstration. In fact, most of the ones I've done have been very bad. I'm sure they watch them because they want to see what I'm doing wrong tonight. But really all I did was I lifted it up and showed them and said there were 500 milliliter bottles. They really did what they said on the bottle. That and I told the story about the girl taking nail polish remover from her carpet from it. I was then, so yeah, I didn't demonstrate. I just showed them what I had.
I'll find that video because I got it to open there. It was just a bit of a time delay because it's good to see different styles. And what I would say is, if you're terrified of being on camera, you don't have to be on camera. It opened up. It seems to know your video doesn't want to be opening up. Right, now I'll get this and then I'll put share screen. You just have to be ready. Well, you can see the video.
Excellent products appeared, so I thought I'd like to see some of them before I give them out to my customers. First out of the box was the steel straws. Children today get loads of information about how bad plastic is and how difficult it is to recycle. So the steel straws are a real popular item, and they come with a wee brush to ensure that they're perfectly clean. This is a pack of 4 and it's £12. Now, the next thing is the 22-ounce candle. This one is citrus and lily. It's got 150 burning hours and £22 for this candle. Comes in lots and lots of fragrances and really, really nice too. What else have we got? Well, Wipeout stain remover, which is really popular. All those bottles I'm going to show you today are 500 millilitres and £6. Wax oil.
So there you go. Good, just a bit of an example of how she did it. And all that rustling, Jane, for that stain remover bag, and you still sold how many?
I didn't realise it was so bad. It's really bad watching yourself.
I told you, I phoned Jane at dinner time, and when she goes in the freezer, that's the noise I hear in my ear, so that's the same noise. But that was brilliant, well done. And before we finish, I now just wanted to get, because there was something Jenny said to me today. Where's Jenny? How you done? I got my first internet lead! Well done, Jenny, on her first internet lead. Anybody want to share some sponsoring stories with us? Old or new, as in if you're a new sponsor or online. Wait a minute, Jenny, want to say anything, Jenny? unmute. She's trying to unmute herself at the same time as me.
Yeah.
Jenny.
It's the person joining the team, Lynn.
Well, they actually joined. It wasn't a lead. They signed up from the internet.
Yes, that's right.
Very first one.
Yes.
Apart from a previous Clean Easy person who we had already.
I meant online.
Yes.
Yeah.
Online.
Needs to be had.
Thank you.
I love this to people who are going online. Well done, Jenny. So she's got started as well. So I thought it was your first lead, but it's actually your first sign up. Well done.
Yes.
The system that we teach.
Can you repeat that?
Following the system that we teach.
Yes.
Question
Yes.
mark.
Yes.
So I like the brilliant. Well done. Steve, I know you've got something. I know you're dying to speak.
Yeah, hi Lynn.
Hi, how you doing?
To be honest, we're just putting our own training into into practice, really, and sitting as we are at the hotel and in the hospital bedroom, we've just been putting things together on a mobile phone, and we've got another 3 leads coming in exactly the same way.
And then what Steve said to me at the weekend, because they were on holiday and they were just practicing, a bit like I just practice when I'm doing them for my trainings. He said, I put 3 really rubbish adverts out, or 2 really rubbish adverts. How many leads did you get? And we got 3 leads to that, and he thought his adverts were rubbish. He just was trying it to see. So
well, I think it actually proves a point that you can actually sit in a bus queue, you can sit in a taxi, you can sit anywhere you like, and your system works. All you got to do is the activity in the little pockets of time, you know. So yeah, well done.
Absolutely right. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Just get started.
Sorry.
What he's done is he's put a picture of Kay and Paul at their wedding, and he's actually put on it, are you trying to pay for a wedding? And just a few other bits and pieces with the picture of Kay and Paul actually as the picture. And that's
a great idea.
amazing.
Great idea. I love it. Great idea. Brilliant. Well done, Steve.
I'm going to do my boat next time.
Eh?
I'm going to do a picture of my boat next time and see what that brings.
Exactly. Absolutely brilliant idea.
I think pictures are very, very powerful. People relate to pictures. They can see pictures. You've got to put the words in, but I think the visual side of it works very, very well.
I agree with that 100%, and I love the idea of putting Paul's wedding and the boat, your own possessions, or right, Jane, get the caravan up there, get the house up there, get everything up there, folks. Well done, well done. Kate, you were saying something. Well done.
All I was saying was, don't wait for things to be perfect. Even if you think you'll make a mess of it, give it a go anyway, because it's still a learning curve. You're still going to get better at it. And I completely agree with you. A picture speaks 1,000 words. I put a message from Cookie on the light box today and put some pictures on it. I think I put it on the Rhino group.
Oh, by the way, Cookie the dog.
Yeah. And my friend in America has been sharing it in her timeline because she thinks he's fabulous.
That's fantastic.
So I put one picture with the date on it just to prove that it was my product in my house. I put Happy Thursday with the date on it, and another one saying, what was it now? Something like cheeky puppy alert or something like that, and just a picture of him beside it and stuff like that. Because I think sometimes as well, if you've got products coming to your house that you're going to post them online, take your own pictures of them, because apart from the fact that they're then unique pictures, they're not going to go toxic because they're your personal pictures. You know, it also lets your customers see that you've got that product, it's in your house, you've got that there, and you're a real person. So make it as human as you possibly can. Have a wee laugh with it. Last week I put one of the Christmas duvets on, and I said nothing screams Christmas quite like flamingos and camels, and that's absolutely true, isn't it? It doesn't scream Christmas at all, but it gave the members of the group a wee laugh. So just just make it personal to you. Just don't try and be perfect or overly professional. Obviously be professional, but not don't take yourself too seriously. Really take your business seriously, but not yourself, and you'll do fine.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Well done. I agree with that as well. So one of the trainings that will be coming up will be interaction, but I'm really wanting it to be a spread of ideas for everybody. Mary did a brilliant one last Saturday. Kate just talked about things, because keeping your group interactive is how these sales were generated, like Ursula talking about it. She's obviously doing something right with her group to be generating the majority of sales from a group of 260. So you're forewarned, Ursula, you'll be doing a wee training on it soon. That's a brilliant result, brilliant result. Anybody else get any more team building stories? David, I know you're piling them in. Next stage I know is we're getting them to do some work, but any tips on, you're bringing them in, any tips on how you're doing it, or just following the system? What would you like to say?
Most of my posts just contain basic information, and I tend to, rather than ask people if they want to earn extra money or things like that, I ask for catalogue distributors, or I ask for online. I tell them if I'm putting a catalogue opportunity out, I tell them that it's free catalogues, free startup, that they get access to our training systems, just basic information, and then I put product pictures, quite a range of product pictures, so they can get a glance at what it is that they'd be selling. I done one last week and I got just 30 something leads from it within like 2 hours. That then got stolen by another distributor, not in the Rhino group.
Anybody's stuff, folks.
Not in the Rhino group, and he has been putting it up constantly in one of my good groups. So he's
That's ridiculous.
I know.
Good idea in this.
I was going to report him.
No, don't report him. Karen will come back and bite you in the bum. It's going to happen. It's a network marketing business.
Well, that's it. But I've still been getting leads. I still use that same ad. I've still been getting leads. He's been using it. If I see that it's been put up, within a couple of hours, I'll wait. But the both of us seem to be getting leads from the same post in quite a few of the same groups.
Yeah. What I will say is, again, David has prepared a training and it's coming soon. It follows our system. So it's not a different training, but just showing you just exactly the intricacies of what he's done to get these people in. But what I know from my experience, and I'll just mute you again, David, if you're finished. From my experience, it really doesn't matter what the advert is. David's saying that I did this one, and if the catalogue retailers, the online works. Steve said I put an absolute rubbish one up, that worked. What I find is everything works if you do enough of it. And the one thing that David didn't say, and I've unmuted you again, David, you are consistent.
Yes.
With posting the right amount, apart from the odd time you go over and get a ban.
Yes.
Occasionally he does too much, and he knows he's doing too much, and he knows he's risking it, and he's had a couple of wee bans, but I think he's learned. But am I right saying, how many posts a day approximately? It doesn't matter if it's discussion or buy and sell.
Well,
the total amount approximately.
At the minute, I've been busy at work, so what I do is before I start work, I'll do 5 or 6 posts, and then at break time, I'll do about another 6 posts.
Right.
And then when I jump in the car ready to go home, I'll do some posts. Before I got really busy at work, I was doing quite a few, more than
60 to 70 a day. 60 to 70 a day is what you quoted me, which is the right amounts that we train, David. That's why I wanted you to say it. If it's discussion, that's 60 or 70, which David prefers, copy paste. If it's buy and sell, it's only 6 or 7 adverts shared 10 times. You might find that the discussion will give you a better ratio. You might find the buy and sell will give you a better ratio. Watch that training. It's a bit of doing everything, I think. Now I know there's going to be lots of questions came just for what we chatted at the end, the interaction and this team builder on Facebook. So I will say these are definitely coming up. The next trainings are definitely coming up ASAP. David's got one prepared for you, which we will hopefully cover next week. And we'll get that interaction one going with people like Ursula and Mary and other people. There's loads of you, everybody really, to be fair, who's been doing it for any length of time. You guys have got the interaction sussed. I like the fact that you're getting these sales, Ursula, for such a small group. I'm sure we can work on getting that trained out to everybody, and we can get loads of sales or leads. But I think the point I wanted to make tonight, when I went back to that old training with the guy with the suitcase, and then when we got started in another industry similar to this, it was a catalogue. And now we've got the catalogue door to door, we've got friends and family, we're establishing customer base, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got Spock, there's loads of places online. And then there's the online demonstrations. Louise got £260 odd in sales last night for probably about 40 minutes work. We've got doorstep presentations, we've got live trainings, what's in the box. Thanks Jeff and Jane for your little videos. There are so many rods in the pond that we need to capitalise to make sure that these people coming in their early stages, because the exciting thing is, none of these rods in the pond, apart from the catalogue door to door, the very foundation on which our business was built, takes a lot of time and effort. To build a customer base does take a bit of time and effort. It's nothing major, but as opposed to putting a few adverts on Facebook or doing a short what was in your box presentation or an online party, there's nothing that can't be slotted in alongside the retail and the team building. And I feel that we should capitalise on it. Do you agree?
Yep. Can I say something? Can I say something? No, I just want to say that Jackie was going to tell us a story earlier.
Oh, were you, Jackie? Right, Jack. Oh, team building one. You've got to shout out, Jackie. Thank you, Kate.
Yeah, hi Lynn. It was actually recognising Jenna, who's on the webinar tonight. I wonder whether, Jenna, would you like to share a quick story about your sponsoring efforts at the moment? She's doing brilliantly.
Is that Gemma under Samsung Galaxy?
No, it's Jenna. She's above. Oh, here we are. It's Jenna Webber. Put your hands up, Jenna.
I see you, Jenna. Yeah. Hiya, Jenna. Let's unmute her. I've unmuted you.
Yeah. Well,
Jenna, well done.
Since FIBA started, I've actually sponsored 3 people through Facebook. 2 of them were actually where they replied to my advert, and another one was actually on where they were asking for work.
Really?
That's what I've done, and then I've managed to do 3. In fact, I've just had the 3rd one come on today.
Fantastic. Well done, Jenna. And how long have you been in the business?
About just over about nearly 12 years altogether with Clean Easy.
Yeah. Excellent. So this is new. This is your first sponsoring in Viva MK Online.
Yeah, I've done 3 on Viva since Viva started. Yeah.
Well done, Jenna. Everybody, well done. Congratulations. I'm loving it. Right, please remember to keep sharing the stories. Is there anything else that anybody wants to share tonight before I go? And I promote our next biggie meeting.
Not anything to share, Lynn, but could I ask if we could do a training on some of the live online parties at some point?
Yes, I mean, the thing is, that's another thing that's top of the list. I did hope that Louise, because she's proactively doing it, but last night she actually had a party, and tonight she's not feeling too great. But I've got trainings there, but it's great when somebody's actually proactive in Viva MK doing it rather than me doing one that I know works. But I can share, we can do that at any time. In fact, Ursula, I've got an idea.
I was going to say I didn't volunteer.
I was going to say, why don't you book a party and we'll do it for you? Jane, me, we'll do it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know where to start with the parties. I would love to just sit in on Louise's party and just see how the whole thing goes. I'm dying to do one, but I wouldn't have the first clue
Right,
of where to start.
what we probably won't get the luxury of is everybody sitting on Louise's party.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'd love that. I just thought, maybe she could record bits of it for us. But I think the best way to train it is for a live party. So I'm looking for volunteers. If somebody wants to book a party, you want to give a good 7 to 10 days notice maximum. And also the person, if it's say Jane or Kate or me, I'm volunteering people that's doing them, but I don't mind doing them at all, the first party for you. Oops, I forgot to plug my charger in. Wait a minute, we could have a disaster. I plugged my charger in, but I forgot to put the switch down. We could have a disaster there.
Can I ask, Lynn, because I see that Louise and Lynette are on. Have either of those two done online parties?
Louise and...
No?
No.
Lynette, no?
Not
okay. No? Okay. I just thought I'd ask.
We'll soon change that, because I'm really keen on it, because it's simple, it's easy, and the problem is, and if the problem's the right word, because we can move these products so easily door to door, we can teach it, there's a 35% commission. There's some of these amazing rods that you could actually triple your income by just adding in those what's in the box, by adding in one party a week and teaching your new people to do the same. So I'm open to that offer. Anybody wants to book a party, come speak to me. I'll pretend I'm the host and you're the guest, and we'll do a party and we'll do it for you guys on our trainings. I'm delighted. Ursula's back down there for now. Kidding.
I've got bingo on Sunday, otherwise I would have said, yeah, let's go for it. But I've already got one coming up on Sunday.
I know you, I'm really teasing you, darling. And we'll go for it. I'm after the meeting, get back to me, anybody. Let's get one and let's get the ball rolling. It's a massive rod in the pond. And finally, before I go, I just want to talk about our Scottish Millionaires training, but I am hoping that people are going to get behind this. We've got Michael Carcar at the moment, and it's going to be Michael and me and you lot. No, because we don't know the success stories. Hopefully we're going to get sales figures. Michael tells me, one, we're going to get sales figures this week. We're going to get a registration link for ourselves this week with a backup confirmation email that your new person's got started. You should have all your team and your groups by this week. Now, I know that there's a lot of people. I would reckon in my team alone, there's at least 200 people joined that are not on the group sales. All of that's going to hopefully come together this week. Once we get sales figures, then it's easy for us to then drive it forward with our target. So I'm really excited about that. But Michael Carcar, 13th of October, lucky for some, the Hillcroft Hotel in Whitburn. Tickets are only £10 per person, £12 if you don't want to book in advance. You have to pay more if you book on the door. Obviously, there's a certain geography there, but if it's within a good radius, if you can get there, we're going to be getting the first Viva NK success stories, from the parties to the retail, to the demonstrations, to the team building. You're going to see the first Viva MK income stories, what we've been ranting on about for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I cannot wait. So promote. Let's make this as big as possible. And if we've got hundreds on seats and hundreds online, I'll be excited. So that's a date for your diary. And we will be having millionaires trainings in other areas, but we just have to start somewhere. And the Scottish one's been up and running for a few years. The other Saturday trainings, you will have the dates by the end of this week. Slight procrastination there, but the dates for the trainings will be on the Facebook group before the end of the week. Anybody want to ask anything before we go? I could see Steve's wee finger up there.
Hi, for that training and that lot, they don't realise just how cheap it is to fly up there. For £60 on EasyJet, I mean, you might buy a ticket for somewhere else. It doesn't really matter. But ideally, you want to make a one-way trip on, you know, and it is so cheap to fly up to Scotland these days.
You might book a ticket for the wrong place. I booked my flight home from Luton on Sunday night, and I got to Luton and the ticket said Stansted.
You did well, though. You did well. We had a good
I'm
weekend.
not sure if I recommend EasyJet though, because every time I used them, the last time it was 5 hours late. But Ryanair do cheap flights, and they're usually a bit more reliable than EasyJet. I call them EasyJet. I use them because they're economical.
Yeah, we'll be up there anyway. We're flying up.
It's going to be a brilliant day. We'll see as many people as possible, either online or offline. Let's promote that event. Let's get a decent audience for Michael to come to as well. Let him see that the A-Team Rhino team is going to put Viva MK on the map. And we'll start to share these stories with you and get the interaction training. David's training on team building out there. And the party plan training is already added to the list. First person to come back to me, we'll get the party going. Let's get this party started. Just message me. I want to do it. See you all next week, and we'll see you. We'll get these dates out to you. Thanks very much, everybody.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.